I can never get in front of Jeffrey. He always comes on top of me as number one. He might be the first this evening. Okay, have a good time. See ya, BA3RTB.
Oh, good evening, Darren, and Scotty, and Steve.
VE3LKS 3E3SAA.
Percy, good evening, VE3LKS.
Good evening, Oleg. I'm wondering if you could do me a small favor. I'm gonna give you a phone number, and you can pass it on to Bob, and then it would help me out quite a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, 289 660 3202.
Okay, 289-660-3202, correct?
Well, that's all right. 3202. Is there a difference between 02 and I don't know.
No, 02 and 02 work out the same. In this perfect timing, we got to start the rag chew, so just stand by a second. Good evening, everybody. This is Laird, VE3LKS, and I'd like to welcome you to the COVID-19 rag chew, week 9, Thursday night edition. And man, time's going just flying by. We already have a couple of people in the log. I've got, not DCE, VA3RTV. Jeffrey, he was just in here a minute ago. He had to go to a meeting, but he'll be back in later tonight, hopefully. Percy, VE3SAA. And I will take a standby now to see who else would like to check in.
BA3 DCE. BA3 KJI. QAS. BA3 BAH. Victor Echo 3.
What was that?
Victor Alpha 3 Tango Papa Sierra. VE3HIX. Victor Golf Juliet. VE3 IRB.
Okay, I'll let you know what I have. I've got RTV SAA. Then I have a VA3 DCE Doug, VA3 KJI Grant, VA3 BAH Brian, VA3 TPS Steve, VE3 HIX Bob, VE3 VGJ Joe, VE3 IRB Robert, and I know there was a couple others in there, but people were walking on top of each other. Anyways, those other stations, go ahead.
Echo 3 Papa Whiskey Juliet. Victor Alpha 6 Hotel Echo Lake. This will be my first and last one, Laird. Sorry about doing some yard work. Enjoying the beautiful 18 degrees in Calgary. 7-3s, I will be monitoring.
Okay, very good. Well, I like the 18 degrees sounding. That's amazing. And I think we got up, I don't know what it is in Canadian degrees, but in real degrees, it was up around, I think, 50 degrees today, Fahrenheit. But and it's starting to rain now. So that's good, though, because I put grass seed down yesterday and fertilizer down today. So I'm hoping for a good 3 or 4 days of rain here, like they're promising. Okay, let's go back up to the top of the list. Jeffrey's gone to a meeting. So Percy, would you like to add anything more this evening? VA3 SAA, VE3 LKS.
Roger, VE3 SAA here. No, I can't even get on the air. I've got some people here this morning, so I gotta kind of stand by, but I'll get back to you.
Okay, very good, Percy. We'll probably make a couple of rounds tonight anyway, so we'll get back to you for sure. VA3 DCE Doug.
Good evening, Laird. Everybody else on frequency? I only tried to get in first because I heard you call my call sign there by mistake, so I figured, oh, he's got me on his mind anyway, so maybe I'll sneak it in while he's thinking about me. Liked your thing you sent out about the Canadian Tire in Bowmanville. Fortunately, it didn't quite work out in Uxbridge. $50 size didn't quite do it. I could have used it in... I would have had one totally sanitized body, I'll tell you, if I put it in the shower and used it for the next 5 years. But it was a good visit. I went into Canadian Tire and actually enjoyed it. Only bought one thing that I didn't plan on buying, and I spent the whole afternoon putting it together, sort of. Anyway, back to you, Laird.
Okay, how many spare parts did you have left over when you were done?
I didn't have any spare parts, but I had one thing that didn't fit the way I thought it should fit. It now fits the way I think it should fit. It's never be the same again. I can't return it very well, but now it goes together. Now it's got to be tested.
Oh, very good. Maybe you can let us in on what this mystery item is the next time around. We'll make a guessing game of it or something. VA3 KJI Grant.
Good evening, Laird, and everybody else on the repeater. Not much to add. I had a zero value day, so to speak. I'm just charging up my drone, get the batteries out of winter mode, and that's about it. I did a bit of sanding on my wife's project I'm making for her, but I'm still waiting for the weather to warm up and stop raining. So there's 4 days coming up that aren't going to be great. I guess Saturday's supposed to be awesome. The rest of them not so much. Then I did a little antenna work. I bought an antenna switch and did some cabling and stuff, but not all that spectacular. Back to you, sir.
It doesn't always have to be spectacular. It just has to be progress. So it sounds like you were making a step in the right direction. So that's good. Let's see who's online. Joe Stratton's online, VGJ. Scott's online, RPN. Steve TPS is online. Let's see who else. Jackie BTQ, she's online. I'm signing from YouTube. Okay. Oh, her radio's not cooperating. Oh. Well, Jackie, you'll have to send me an email and let me know what's happening, and maybe we can get your radio working again. Gary Zed is listening with one ear tonight. So that's good, Gary. At least hopefully it's your good ear and not the one you can't hear out of. Let's see. Jeff, our YouTube guy, is the Ragnet Bar and Grill is open. What's he got special tonight? Pizza night. Okay, perfect. And let's see. Gerard's online, and he can't talk tonight, but something something about. Oh, he has a heart monitor. Okay, very good. And that's one thing I can never have is a heart monitor because people say I don't have a heart. Let's see, and I think that's about it for now. So we'll continue on down the list. VA3, BAH, Brian.
Good evening, Leonard, and everybody else on net. Started out as a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but of course it's overcast and starting to split here in Kingston. So I've got some work to do outside, but I guess it's waiting until Saturday now. By the way, I'm experimenting with a new headset with an inline mic. How do I sound? Thank you.
Oh, it's very good, and it's actually picking up a lot of clear sounds from the background, too. It sounds like you have a TV program on in the background.
Yes, I'm multitasking, spending time with the YL, sitting on the sofa, watching a rerun of Family Feud, waiting for dinner.
Okay, very good. That explains it then. But yeah, it's picking up the audio really nicely, but you're not over modulating, so it's really quite pleasant to listen to. and not that you're not pleasant to listen to other times, but quite often if a microphone's that sensitive, when you're that close to it, it's really going to overmodulate, and it's not. It's just really nice. Everything's nice and even. So whatever that is, we'll need more details on that, I think. Let's see, VA3 TPS Steve.
Well, good evening, Larry, and to everybody on frequency tonight. Well, it's been a long day. I spent the day shoveling topsoil onto the lawn and seeding it with the guy we hired, and then we did the driveway with gravel, and so I'm at the end here. I'm just whooped here. It's been a long day. So, but anyways, we got her done. The rain's coming, so that'll hopefully get the grass growing. And I'll send it back to you, Larry.
Now you said we got it done. Does that mean that your wife was doing all the work and you were just holding on to the beverages?
No, she was standing in the door watching me and the fellow that delivered it there. He was doing it, so I couldn't stand there watching him do it by himself, so I got helping, and then next thing you know, I spent the day helping him do both loads. So got her done, though. And she just stood in the door and laughed.
Perfect. Well, again, progress. So that's wonderful. It sounds like everyone made a bit of progress today on something. So that's good. Even though it wasn't the most pleasant day to be outside, at least not here in Ontario. Alberta sounds like that's the place you wanted to be today. But that's good. Glad things are progressing there for you, Steve. VE3HIX, Bob.
Good evening, Larry. Good evening, everybody on the repeater. Today was one of those stay inside days, basically. It was still cool out there, and I got some appliance repair done, kitchen appliances. Nothing fantastic, just connections and springy things and mostly electrical bits and pieces. Nothing fantastic at all, and I just wanted to get out and work on the boat in the garage to see if I can install that 2-meter rig into it. But it's just a little bit too cool out there. Back to you, Larry, VE3HIX.
Oh, very good, Bob. Springy things on your appliances. You're not making a Morse code keyer out of the back element of your stove, are you?
No, I've given up on the on the bug for a little bit, or I'm playing with different parts of it. But no, I'm just trying to take my mind off that and find out why I can't operate that thing properly. It's making the manual dashes is what it actually is, and the inter-element spacing. I just can't make it sound the same way as the automatic computer-generated inter-element spacing of a pair of paddles, for instance. And if you can't do that, the human ear at the other end, they can pick it up just fine. But a decoder can't pick it up and make perfect copy out of it, and that's what I'm really trying to do.
Okay, very good. Well, I wish you all the best with that. Oh, and Percy wanted me to give you his phone number. Probably something to do with what we were talking about last night after the rag chew, but he wanted me to give you his number. So let me know when you got a pen and a pencil, maybe the next time around, and I'll give it to you, Bob. Let's see, who's next on the list? Joe, VE3 VGJ, sorry. Why did I say I? Oh my goodness.
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. No problem. You got a lot of call signs here you got to follow through with. Not a lot to report on tonight. Tomorrow night, things are going well. I might be coming in on IAX RPT, and won't be able to see do any shopping at Lake Feather Farm this weekend at the other town there. But I'm going to try to check into your fragment there tomorrow evening. Back to you.
Okay, very good. So you're going to make the trek up north. Perfect. I'm glad everything's opening up. Of course, they say the golf courses can open up this weekend, and it's going to be miserable weather. So that's just my luck. Get a chance to get out golfing, and the it's going to rain. Oh well. It just means the courses will be in even better shape the following weekend without the golfers out there tearing them up. And whereabouts are you broadcasting from, Joe? You're not broadcasting from home, are you?
Yeah, why does it sound? Oh, I see the power's down a bit on my radio here. I'm gonna step it up here. Okay, how's that? Is that any better?
Oh yeah, that's quite a bit better. It's not that I couldn't understand you, but it was just there was a lot of hiss in it, and so I was wondering if you were maybe out in mobile somewhere. So yeah, I know once you bumped it up, you're good to go. VE3 IRB Robert.
VE3 IRB. I sent an email to Bob and Jeffrey and a couple with some mosquito bomber photos from Oshawa during the war. Let me know if they don't come through. I should have reduced the file size before I sent them, but oh well. You have them. I'll throw it back to you.
Okay, Bob, I know I haven't checked my emails since about 5 o'clock, I think, but I know Jeffrey sent something earlier today, so maybe it's a follow-up to that. And yeah, actually, for anybody who's interested in World War II, there's a guy on YouTube that has a lot of great little videos, and they're not very long, like they're 10 or 15 minutes at the most. His name is Mark Felton, Felton. And they're really good little vignettes about World War II, both the Allies and the Germans, and sometimes the Japanese. And so if you're ever looking for something to watch and you only have like half an hour or so, you could pop a couple of those in that time frame and learn something new too. It's really quite interesting. Like I learned something today. I didn't realize that the Swiss were shooting down German and Allied aircraft during the war. They actually had their own air force, and anybody who was fringing on their territory, they go up and shoot them down. So I never realized that before. So you learn something new. Anyways, VE3 PWJ Peter.
Well, good evening, Laird, and all the good folks. And your video's gone. No, this is video playback interrupted. Please try again. So I've got the rig on the new power supply tonight, Laird. So hopefully that thing is going to work for a little while. So we'll let you get away there and get some more beans. Over to you, Laird.
Okay, very good. Well, sorry about the video. Can anyone else verify online? Just type yes or no, whether the video, or just say the video is gone. Just so we know it's just not Peter, because sometimes that does happen. But if I get 2 or 3 reports letting me know, then I will reset it and go. But that's getting annoying. It really is. It's fun to do, but let me tell you, it's annoying. Anyways, I'm just going to take a short break here and see if there's anyone else that would like to check into the Rag Chew this evening.
VE3 IGX.
The best looking guy in southern Oshawa, XEQ.
VE3 RPM.
Okay, I acknowledge VE3 IGX Cam, VE3 XEQ, that Don and Debonair Christopher, and the VE3 RPN Scott. Now, I know, Scott, you were online. Is it frozen up for you as well?
VE3 RPM. No, you're fine there. I can see you moving your head and you're looking at something on the far side there, and no problem at all. I can see you rubbing your beard. It works good.
Okay, very good. Then I won't bother resetting it then. Just a quick one back to Peter then. PWJ, is it working better now?
I'm going to back out of it and I'll come back in again. Like you're up there, it says COVID-19 Rag Chew Week 9. Here comes the rain. And it says live, and that's it. So I'll back out and try it again, Larry.
Okay, very good. And just for anybody who likes stats, it seems like that's what I do with my job all the time. So stats are sort of fun for me. Stats regarding the COVID-19 rag chew. So as of the end of last night, we have done 40 nights of this. So this is our 41st night tonight. We had 79 unique check-ins. So that means 79 different people at one time or another have checked into the rag chew. We've had a total of 891 check-ins in total, and we're averaging 22 check-ins a night. So there's just a little bit of data for you, and I was surprised that we had 79 unique operators. So that's a neat little stat. Hopefully, we'll pick up a few more along the way before this is all said and done. But with that, I will go back up to, who was it? Cam, VE3IGX. And basically, guys have just more or less been saying what they've been doing today in regards to making progress on projects. Like, for instance, yesterday I put the grass seed down. Today I put the fertilizer down. And some other guys were doing other projects that they were building things, and they made some progress on them. So anything that you've been doing, that you've been making progress on, we're all ears. Take it away. VE3LKS.
Good evening, Laird, and everyone on frequency. The only thing I did this morning, I took some stuff up to the dump and did a little bit of grocery shopping, and that was it. I've already got the grass done 2 weeks ago with fertilizer and my grass seed and that. Just watching it grow so I can rush out there and cut it again. So we'll give it on back to you. VE3LKS, VE3IGX.
Yes, I broke down and cut mine yesterday, so but it looks nice now. But it's still not lush green, and there was quite a few bare spots. So I'm hoping that by overseeding, it'll start filling it in a bit, and with all this rain that we're supposed to be having, that hopefully that'll come along and help the grass seed grow. Christopher, VE3XEQ, the self-proclaimed best-looking guy in South Oshawa.
And that would be me, Laird. Me. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are gentlemen, maybe ladies, then you know what I mean. I laid down fertilizer better than any of you. Trust me, I do. I got out to the liquor store today, and I love going there. I've been there like 7, 8, 9 weeks. Yeah, because they call me honey and sweetheart and how are you, darling, and so forth. So, and I went there and picked up a bottle of pond scum, as Steve calls it. That's my blended red Italian wine. For some reason, he thinks it's pond scum or something, facsimile of it, whatever. Anyway, I went and did that, and I noticed something, and it's quite incredible. Nobody disagreed when I said the most handsome guy in South Oshawa. That was good. People normally throw stuff at me, but anyway, each time I drank some of that pond scum, and I walked by my mirror by my bathroom, I keep getting better looking all day long. I tell you, the first time I went by, I was handsome. By the end of the night, I tell you, wow, I'm in love with myself. Go ahead there, Larry.
Oh man, we need to get you into Yuck Yucks and get you a permanent gig going on there, because you're definitely entertaining, Christopher. And it's always great to have you on here. Always waiting to hear what the humor is going to be for the night. So that's awesome. VE3 RPN, Scott. Good evening.
VE3LKS, VE3 RPM. And I thought I'd throw the KSG online just in case you forgot my kind of silly girl. about last night there. Yeah, we had picked some groceries up, and I just got back in time to get on the radio, and my cousin, my wife's cousin from Australia, called me on video on the messenger. And that's the first time he's ever done that, so it's kind of nice. We talked for 40 minutes, him and his wife and myself. Nice, clear picture. But anyway, that's where I was. And then when I got back, it was after 8, and I thought, uh-oh. But as for that question about who got me interested in ham radio, it was my probation officer. He's the same guy that told me I can't use a lawnmower because I'm not allowed to have sharp objects. Anyway, over to you there, Laird. E3 RPN.
Oh no! Between you and Christopher, yeah, yucks. They don't need to worry about any more entertainment. That's perfect. I like that. Your probation officer. Oh well, very good, Scotty. You almost got me in tears now between you two guys, and that's priceless. Well, I'm. You know what? I heard you check in, and every time I went back, you weren't there, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. You know, I hope his radio's not gone up in smoke, or was it something I said? Because, you know, I say a lot of things. But I'm glad it was just that, and I'm glad you had a great time. So that's all that counts. We did have you in your log anyways, because we knew you were in. But glad you had a good time. And yeah, there's a lot of new technology being tried out by a lot of people who have never tried the new technology before. And in case anyone is looking for hand sanitizer, I was in Bowmanville Canadian Tire this morning, and they had a skid of stuff. It's a 1 liter bottle for, I think, $14.99. And they also had a 5-gallon pail, I think, for it was about $230 or $240. But if anyone's looking for hand sanitizer, it was you go in the entranceway of the Canadian Tire in Bowmanville, walk about 15 or 20 feet, and right where the entrance aisle meets the main aisle going left and right, there was, you know, how they have all the displays there on the skids. They had a skid of that stuff. So if anyone needs hand sanitizer, that's the place to go. And with that being said, I'll take one last pause here before we go back to the top and see if anyone would like to check into the rag chew. If so, now's your opportunity. Come on, I want to type. Okay, no one came back. So we will head way back up to the top. Let's see if, I don't think Jeffrey's probably out of his meeting yet, but we'll give him a shot anyways. VA3 RTV, are you back with us? No, nothing heard. And I know Percy was with had some people over. Percy, I'll give you a call, but if you're still with your friends, just don't bother answering. We'll go on to the next one. VE3SAA, VE3LKS. Okay, well, the way we're going tonight, we shouldn't you may even get a third round in tonight, so we can get back to these guys later. VA3 DCE, Doug, and this project, maybe you should give us a clue as to how big it is, and we'll have to try to guess what it was.
Okay, Laird, you asked for it. I've got 3 daughters, as you know. Up until 2 years ago, I had this beautiful bicycle carrier to fit in a trailer hitch on my truck. My daughter in Toronto liked it very much. I haven't seen the thing in 3 years now, or 2 years now. But when I was in Canadian Tire in Uxbridge looking for hand sanitizer, which they had in 4-liter containers for $50, I found they had a bicycle rack on sale. $69. You can't buy them worth anything for under $300. So at $69, I figured, hey, it's got my name on it. I took it home with me, and I spent the afternoon trying to put this thing together. I will say the instructions are better with that bike rack than the Cushcraft that I put together last week or week before, or whatever it was. Except for the one little bump in the thing, I think it's going to work. Anyway, that's it, Laird.
Okay, well that sort of took the guesswork out of it. So I'm going to guess it's a bike rack. Is it the type that mounts right on the ball and you tighten it down?
No, it's the kind that goes into the receiver, and you put a pin through it, just like a trailer hitch would go. Only thing is, I'm not sure I like exactly the way they got hooked up, so of course I have to modify it a bit. Anyway, it will get done. I forgot that somebody was going to the cottage this weekend. That sounds fantastic. I only hope it doesn't rain all weekend. He deserves better than that. Anyway, back to you, Laird.
Yes, he does deserve better than that, but it won't bother me if it rains down here. Or up there, actually. What the heck? I'm not going to be up there. That's not nice to say, is it? But who said I was nice? VA3 KJI, Grant.
Kind of a tough act to follow. Like, I'm the funniest guy I know, unless you ask my wife. Well, either way, I'm still the funniest guy I know. But everybody else seems to have a pretty good sense of humor on here tonight, too. So, I already told you what I did today, so there's not much guesswork in that. So, I'll make it really plain and simple. Back to you, sir, and thanks for doing this, as always.
No problem. You don't talk long enough, Grant. I was trying to type a message online, and my goodness, just before I got started, and you ended, and you need to learn to talk a bit more. What kind of a ham radio operator are you, anyways? Hi. VA3 BH, Brian.
Hey there, Laird. I muted the TV so we could test how the quality of the inline mic with no background. What do you think?
Yeah, it's still very nice sounding, and the nice thing I like about it is it's not, with some of these mics are so sensitive that they overmodulate, and that's sounding really sweet.
Well, thanks for that. I don't know what model it is, but it's a Sony, and the mic actually looks like it's got a PTT, but I'm not going to experiment with that now. You can hear me, so leave it as is. But you were talking earlier about YouTube videos on World War II. The Royal Canadian Legion has sponsored a podcast, and it's called Frontlines Podcast, available through your local podcast supplier, free of charge, about 15 minutes. And, if you don't have time to watch something, you can always listen to the podcast. I guess that's it, unless I make wisecracks about people, sharp objects, and escapees from Camp 30. Back to you.
Yeah, I don't think Scott was an escapee from Camp 30. Maybe the hospital that's on the shores of Lake Ontario, just to the east of us, or west of us maybe, but not Camp 30. Very good. Well, enjoy your show there, Brian, and that's really working out well. You'll have to email me the make and model of that thing, because that's sounding nice. I like it. VA3 TPS, Steve.
Okay, Larry, well, not much else to add. I might just mention, though, I get the same thing on YouTube. I get video playback interrupted, and I reset everything. You come on for about 30 seconds, and then it goes off again. So I don't know if it's my internet up here in this country or what. But anyways, not much else. I'll say 7-3, but I'll be listening to the end, and wish everyone a great night, and stay dry in the next few days. Enjoy the long weekend. VA3 TPS here in Finland. We're listening.
Okay, just out of curiosity, is it still frozen, or is it am I back to normal now?
Well, when I reset the whole thing, went out of my browser, came back in, you come on for about 30 seconds, and then it goes black screen with it says video playback interrupted. Please try again. And so I got to go out and back in. I've tried it 2-3 times, and that's all that happens. So it could be my internet up here. Sometimes the little mouse gets tired over at the internet place, and they have to replace it.
Same for me here, Laird in Bowmanville.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll reset it. I'm going to end the stream right now. So everyone's going to get dumped out that's on there. Give me about a minute and it'll be fired up